Hello, for the last time, everybody. I know you're so sad, but today is the last day that you have to do homework with a video. You'll take your test tomorrow and Friday, and then you'll be done with math, with fourth grade math for this year. Okay? So today is the last time that I will make a video for you. So we are just going to go over a couple more things to help us review for the test, and then we will let you take that test for the next 2 days, and then you'll be done with math. Be ready for summer vacation. All right, the first thing that we are going to talk about today are exponents. Not going to spend a lot of time on exponents. You know what exponents are. You've seen them before. We're going to do that, and then we'll do 2 squared plus 4 squared. Okay, so 7 squared, that just means 7 times 7, right? 7 squared is 49. 9 squared, it's not 9 times 2. A lot of people are still making that mistake. 9 squared means 9 times 9, which is 81. 2 squared plus 4 squared, so I got to do this one first. 2 squared, which is 2 times 2, is 4, plus 4 squared, which is 4 times 4, so 16. What's 4 plus 16? 20. Okay, exponents. It's the first thing that you need to know for today. All right, next concept we're going to go pretty quick, is figuring out how to get change back. Okay, so if you went to the store and you bought something that cost $3.93 and you gave the cashier a $5 bill, a $5 bill, how much change are they going to give back to you? Okay, you buy something that's $3.93 and you give them a $5 bill, they owe you money, right? You gave them too much money. $5 was more than it cost. How do you figure out how much you get back? Well, you got to subtract, right? $5 minus $3.93. Okay, so we're going to borrow from the 4, 10, and borrow from the 10. So you got 10 minus 3 is 7, 9 minus 9 is 0, 4 minus 3 is 1. Bring down our dollar sign, $1.07. Okay, so change back. If they're talking about getting change back, you are going to subtract those numbers. Okay, the next thing that we're going to talk about today, we are going to talk about rate problems. Rate problems. Okay, so if our friend Susie can drive 60 miles per hour in her car, how far can she drive in 5 hours? So she can go 60 miles per hour. So that means 60 miles. Whoops. Okay, what? 60 miles in 1 hour. In 1 hour. So how much can she go in 5 hours? You're going to do 60 times 5. 60 times 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 6 is 30. So she can go 300 miles in 5 hours. If you really, really want to, you can do 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60, and I promise you will get 300 if you do it correctly. Okay, but we don't want to have to add all those numbers when we could easily just multiply 60 times 5. Okay, so these are called rate problems. These are called rate problems. I have another question for you. Okay, Miss Moon, that's me, I just timed myself the other day. I can drink one water bottle, drink the whole water bottle in 15 seconds. I can drink the whole thing in 15 seconds. So, how many water bottles could I drink if I go at the same rate in 1 minute? How many could I drink if I go at the same rate in 1 minute? Okay, well, one water bottle is 15 seconds. So how many 15 seconds do we have in 1 minute? Right, well, we've got 15 seconds plus 15 seconds. That's 30 seconds, right? And then if I have another 30 seconds, that equals a minute. 30 seconds plus 30 seconds equals 1 minute. So that means I have 4 sets of 15, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can drink 1 water bottle in 15 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4 water bottles in 1 minute. 4 water bottles in 1 minute. Okay, those are just some examples of rate problems that you might see. You're also going to have some fraction problems. The first kind, you're going to have 2 different types of fraction problems. The first kind is going to be, I think, the easier. Let's go over the easier of the 2. Okay, let's say 1/7 of the class ate sushi, because I know Finn likes sushi. So 1/7 of the class ate sushi. Not percent, 1/7, that's the fraction of the class that ate sushi. What fraction of the class did not eat sushi? What fraction of the class did not eat sushi? Well, if 1/7 ate sushi, then 6/7 of the class did not eat sushi. Okay, that's not letting me erase that. So 6/7 of the class did not eat sushi. Okay, you're just, this number plus this number has to equal the bottom number, because 7 is the total number, right? The whole number, we do part over a whole. So the whole number is 7. So if 1 out of 7 did eat sushi, Finn, I think you're the only one, then 6 out of 7 did not eat sushi. Okay, let's do one more like that. We're gonna say 3/8 of the class ate chicken nuggets, because Alonzo likes chicken nuggets. 3/8 of the class ate chicken nuggets. What fraction of the class did not eat chicken nuggets? What fraction of the class did not eat chicken nuggets? Well, our number on the bottom is still going to be the same. It's going to be 8. How do we figure out what goes on top? 3 plus something equals 8. So we're just going to say 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. So 3/8 of the class ate chicken nuggets, and 5/8 of the class did not eat chicken nuggets. Okay? I'm sure they were all eating tacos. The other type of fraction problem that you're going to need to know how to do is you're going to need to know how to find a fraction of a number. So for example, the question might say something like, what is 2/5 of 40? 2/5 of 40. Okay, so basically it could be a word problem, and it could say that you had 40 tacos, and 2/5 of the tacos had tomatoes on them. Okay, so, and then the question will say what or how many actual tacos had tomatoes on them. 2/5 is just a fraction, right? Not just 2, it's not 5, it's 2/5 of 40. So we need to figure out how many actual tacos out of the 40 had tomatoes. So this is a 2-step problem. The first thing that you're going to do is take this number right here. So you got 40. And you're going to divide it by the denominator. Divide it by 5. 5 goes into 40 8 times. So that means 1/5 of 40 equals 8. But we need to figure out 2/5 of 40. So we are going to do 8 times 2, which is 16. So 16 tacos had tomatoes on them. If 2/5 of 40 had tomatoes, then 16 of them had tomatoes. Let's do another one. Let's do 3/5 of 20. 3/5 of 20. Okay, first step, we're going to take our big number, our 20, and we're going to divide it by what? Denominator, right? 20 divided by 5 is 4. And then our second step, 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. 12. 3/5 of 20 is 12. Okay? All right. The very last thing that we're going to talk about, which we have not really gone over this very much this year. Maybe you have in your homeroom classes, maybe you've heard of them before. A lot of people just like Roman numerals, so maybe you just are a genius because you studied it on your own. But there is going to be a question that you are going to need to know how to read Roman numerals. So this is an I, but it also equals 1. So that one's the easiest one because they look the same. Okay, this is a V, and it equals 5. An X equals 10, and a C equals 100. That's all you need to know. There are more, there are lots more. There's one that equals 50, one that equals 500, one that equals 1,000, but these are the most common ones, and this is what we're going to use. Okay? So, if I was trying to write the number 55, I'm not going to do 55 because we didn't do 50. If I'm going to write the number 25, how would I write that number? Well, I got to put 10, x plus 10, another x, so now we're at 20 plus a 5. So I'm kind of breaking apart the number, right? XXV is 25. Okay? XXV is 25. What if I was trying to write the number 11? Just the number 11. Whoops, I just erased all that. So hopefully you wrote that down. If not, just go back. If I'm going to try to write the number 11, I need the x and then the I, right? Because the x is 10, and then the 1, or the I is 1. So 10 plus 1 is 11. Okay, now it gets a little bit tricky when we are trying to write the number 9. So if we're trying to write the number 9, you might say, yeah, I just do V, I, because then it's 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. But there's a rule with Roman numerals that you cannot have more than 3 of them together. It's a silly rule because it makes it a little bit harder to do Roman numerals, okay? But let me show you how you would actually write. I will write the number 9, and then I'll explain why it's like that. Okay, you're thinking, what? That's like 11, but the X is on the wrong side. Okay, so whenever you see a number, that you always start with the biggest number, right? So if I'm writing 101, I'd put the C first and then the 1, right? If I'm writing 11, I put the X first and then the 1, okay? I don't know why that turned to blue. Why does it do that? Okay, you always start with the bigger number. If for some reason you see a Roman numeral and it's not starting with the biggest number, like the 1 right here is definitely smaller than the X, then you know, oh, I'm not adding it anymore, I'm going to subtract it. Okay, so instead of saying this is 1 plus 10, you're going to say, ooh, it's 10 minus the 1 in front of it. So that's why it's 9. 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, so if I have this number, let's talk about what that would be. I've got X, that's the biggest, X, that's the next biggest. Ooh, that I should be after that V. So that means this order right here is wrong. So I've got 10 plus 10, so I'm at 20. And then this 1 is in front of the V, which means I'm going to subtract the 1 from the V. Okay, so the V is 5 minus 1, which is 4. Okay, so I've got 10 plus 10 plus 4. So my answer would be 24, not 26. 26 would look like this, and the I would be after the V. Okay, there's only one question like this on your final exam, so if you are still very confused, just go watch it one more time. It's a multiple choice test, so you can take your best educated guess if you still don't understand Roman numerals. But that's just a quick lesson for you. Again, this is the very last video that I'm making for this year. You guys are going to take your test tomorrow and Friday. It is 25 questions tomorrow and 25 questions on Friday. You're lucky that you're not in school because we would have made you take all 50 questions in the same day. Okay, but we split it up for you online. So you have 25 questions for tomorrow, Thursday, 25 questions for Friday. If you want to do both of them tomorrow, or you could do, I don't know, whenever your teacher opens it, you can get both of those done. And then you are done with math, with 4th grade math. Okay, so good luck on your test. Just remember all the things that you've learned. You can go back and watch any videos. They're all on my YouTube channel. You can watch anything that you need help with before you take that final exam. Feel free to message me in Canvas or send me an email saying, hey, Ms. Moon, I need help with this, and I will be willing to help you study for that test. Okay, you guys know more than you think you know. Good luck on that final exam, and have a great summer. See you later.